We don't get rid of any of their employees. We try to keep everybody, because this is the hardest times. We need it. We need the help, and hopefully we're doing something good for them. And people want to eat even after 8 or 9 o'clock. We still the same hours every day, all day long. So we're here for them, and they've been here for us. So no changes. Hopefully we keep doing what we're doing.
I think so. I mean, it's not my age particularly, because I'm usually in bed by then. But the younger kids, certainly students, they want to eat at 10 and 11 o'clock at night. And this is about the only place that you can probably come and get a fabulous nacho dish, pizzas, you've got sandwiches, desserts. It's just a great place, and you are open.
You know, and we've been noticed, you know, after 9 o'clock, we have one more rush, and it go for a while because everybody's closed down, and we've been here, and we've been happy to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's no question. We enjoy what we do, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get those loyalty customers being supporting us to us. So we're gonna do anything to make them happy, and hopefully we go a long ways with them.
Oh, you always do. Tell us where we are and how people can find you.
We're still located in 119 South Main in the basement. And we'll be here for a while to when people supporting us.
Yeah. So you need anything sort of, well, any time during the day from 11 o'clock onwards, right? Up until 10, 11, even midnight on a weekend. Come on down to the factory, see Fernando and the guys here. You are bound to find a really good meal. Thanks so much, Fernando.
Thank you, and I appreciate all the Cache Valley followers, and hopefully we'll be here for a long time.
You will.
Thank you.
On a cold and wet night in Smithfield, Skyview is going to be playing host to Green Canyon. Now, some have called it Big Brother versus Little Brother. The Skyview head coach, he doesn't like that very much. He doesn't think that's a great name for it, but that's what some of them are calling it around here. And it should be an interesting one. Green Canyon with only one loss on the season. Skyview with a couple of losses on the season, but Skyview hitting their stride the last few weeks. They've been putting up points, and they've been preventing points. Speaking of preventing points, Green Canyon, the Wolves, their defense, pretty dang good, giving up about 17 points per game. They've kept them in every game, and the last couple of weeks, their offense has come along. 49-point explosion by Green Canyon last week against Logan. Green Canyon wins this one. They take second place in the region right behind Ridgeline. A big one with a lot on the line on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Life's more than a race to the finish. It's the power to choose what you do, and a trainer for where you go.
Welcome to Thailand. So glad that you joined me.
Ready to get started? Let's go.
It's having a friend guiding you on the journey as a partner with a plan built specifically for you on any day for every day. It's someone there for every weight, lift, and lunge, and every flex, push, and crunch.
Nice work, you guys.
It's motivation, inspiring you mentally and physically. A companion for the downhills and the uphills. A coach for the tough days
Keep going.
and the easy days.
I know.
Showing you new things and taking you to new places. Because with your trainers, fitness is an adventure.
Great job. This view is your reward. I'll see you again tomorrow for another amazing workout.
The X22i from Nordic Track. Your life, your trainers.
Nobody does bacon like Wendy's. And now, we're bringing you the Big Bacon Classic, made with fresh, never frozen beef, topped with hot and crispy bacon. So if you're not getting your bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, what are you getting? If you want bacon done right, we got you with the Big Bacon Classic. What are you waiting for?
I talked to Coach Chris Howell of the Skyview Bobcats a little bit earlier today. I talked to him about his team and how well they've played the last few weeks. And he said something to me earlier in the season about how they weren't scheduling an undefeated season with the way they scheduled their preseason. They had a really tough preseason, and it's playing dividends now. He said, you know, my team, they're really playing well up front. Our QB's got time to throw, there's running lanes, and our quarterback's making good decisions. He said that over the course of the year, as they've tried to kind of get past what last year was and the year before that and how this is a new team with a new identity, he said, you know, we've learned from our losses. We've adapted our coaching style to these kids, and they've really responded really well. We reset our defense. They responded really well. He's really pleased with his kids. I asked him about this rivalry. I said it's the big brother, little brother type thing, and he doesn't really like that moniker. He says it's a huge game. It's probably our biggest rivalry. And as far as Green Canyon goes, he says, I'm really impressed with them all year long. They found ways to win all year. So it's a huge game here tonight in bad weather. It's football weather on the Valley Channel.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit, good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Well, good evening and welcome to a soggy Friday night at Skyview High School as Skyview hosts Green Canyon in the final region game for both of these teams. Skyview has one more game left Wednesday next week. Green Canyon will be taking next week off. I'm Eric Olson here with you tonight all night long as we're getting started a little bit late tonight. 15 minutes ago, this stadium was empty. About 6:30, 6:40. About 6:30, they cleared the stadium. There was lightning within the X mile radius, and so they cleared the stadium out, and everybody had to wait. We've heard that Bear River and Mountain Crest that were playing over in Garland tonight, that they canceled that game outright and rescheduled it to be played on Saturday afternoon. Haven't heard anything about Ridgeline and Logan, but really the only thing they'll stop football for is lightning. In all the years that I've done this and playing before that, I've never ever had a game postponed for anything but lightning, and I've seen all sorts of weather. In fact, it's been years ago we did a game here when I was doing radio back then, and we were outside in these stands here, and there was probably only about 10 other people with us as we were in a blizzard, a snowstorm out here, and there was probably a foot of snow by the time that night ended off, and me and my radio broadcasting partner were underneath a tarp with all our equipment and calling the game, and one of those in-valley rivalry games way back when. But this is about as big as they get in the Valley in rivalries. We saw that Mountain Crest Ridgeline game a few weeks ago. That's a big one. This is the anthem. We're going to take a break and step aside, and we'll be back with the kickoff. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Here at Palmer's, we've always had a philosophy of keeping our prices the lowest in town. That's kind of our guarantee. We always guarantee the lowest prices in the Valley. We were in a warehouse for 17 years and we could justify it by the low overhead. Nothing's changed with our move. We have a little bigger store because we outgrew the last one, but nobody will beat us in price on any product. On mattresses, furniture, sofas, you name it, we'll beat it. We're on the highway in Providence, 3 blocks south of Macy's, right next to Big O Tire.
All right, they're done with the national anthem. The captain's out at midfield, and they're flipping the coin and greeting one another. We'll see who gets the ball first. But you're playing a team that's held in high regard when you're 7-1 and you're the underdog. Green Canyon comes in 7-1, 3-1 in the region, number 4 in 4A, and they're the underdog of the 5-3, number 2 ranked Skyview Bobcats, who's also 3-1 in the region. Skyview ranked number 15 in all statewide categories overall. That by the Deseret News. As they flip that coin out there, let's see who won the toss. Skyview with that tough preseason schedule, so it looks like Green Canyon's going to defer and they'll take the ball in the second half. Skyview will get it first. Skyview lost to Rigby 48-6. Rigby is 6-0. They lost to Mountain Ridge 26-10. Mountain Ridge 7-1, and they've lost to Ridgeline 35-10. Ridgeline 8-0, a combined 21-1 record. Of course, Ridgeline is number 1. Mountain Ridge is number 10 in the state in the overall rankings, and Ridgeline's number 6 in the overall rankings. So Skyview, don't let that 5-3 record fool you. Their losses have come to some of the very best teams around, and most of them came early. They've really been hitting their stride as of late. Meanwhile, Green Canyon's a team that just keeps hanging around, keeps plugging, and the offense is starting to catch up with the defense. Last week they beat Logan 49-10, sacking Logan's quarterback 3 times, 300 yards rushing in that game, 193 yards for Stevens passing, 33 yards for his backup late in that game, 526 total yards against a Grizzly team that was missing a few players because of injury, but still. Green Canyon getting set to kick. And for Skyview, one player that they are happy to have back that's missed a few games is Kimball Jackson, number 8. And I think he's who's back to receive. He had a pick 6 last week. Might be Watterson. Let's see. Can't see their numbers until they turn sideways for us. And we're a little bit late, but we're finally underway in a game with a lightning delay here in Smithfield. Picked up just shy of the 20 and returned out to about the 33-yard line by Skyview, and that's where the Bobcats will start.
36 first Lindsay on the return. Brought down by number 2, Brody Heyman. And number 56, Sebastian Macias.
Garrett Zollinger,
First and 10 for the Bobcats, starting at the 33
quarterback, replacing Carlson, the all-everything quarterback with 2 rings on his finger. Big shoes to fill for Zollinger, but he's really starting to fill them pretty good. Here comes some pressure. Zollinger was trying to get a little screen underneath, and he had to get rid of it as Green Canyon was coming right up the middle. Wild was the closest Bobcat. Incomplete. Second down. Zollinger 91-150. Almost 1,100 yards. 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Skyview team averaging 25 points per ball game. Defensively, they give up about 20. Second and 10, and they're going to run a little read option with Zollinger. Zollinger takes a whack, but picks up 4 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 6. With all the rain coming down out there, I was watching both quarterbacks, Stevens and Zollinger, in the warm-ups, and Zollinger was throwing a tight ball the whole time. It looked like Stevens was having a little bit more trouble with the wet ball, but he was throwing it pretty well also. Sometimes, it depends on the kid's got big hands or not when that ball gets wet. And sometimes it just doesn't matter. Zollinger's ball might have been keeping that a little drier. Who knows? We'll see as this game goes on. Quick pop to the out pattern, and it's on his receiver. Just as his receiver comes out of his break, and it's right there on him, and he can't bring it in. And it's 3 and out for the Bobcats. And this is what Green Canyon does. They just play good, solid defense. They give their offense a chance. They keep the other team out of the end zone and really off the field. It's kind of old school football. On one bounce, Stewart returned one for a score last week, and he returns this one up across the 30 to the 32-yard line, and that's where Green Canyon takes over. You might be able to hear in our wild mic, our crowd mic, you might be able to hear the rain. We've got it covered so it won't get all wet. The rain pattering on it. It's rained ever since about a half an hour before the game was supposed to start, and it hasn't let up. We're going to hand to Chris Jansen, who rushed for 145 yards last week, and he gets 1 on that carry. He was a workhorse last week, 145, almost half of his team's 300 yards rushing. 3 wide and 2 backs in the backfield, and they're going to hand it off again. Flag comes out as Chris Jansen picks up the first down. He picked up 10 yards, and the flag came out right at the snap. And let's see what the call is. It looked like maybe a sideline warning. Let's see what the white hat says. Yeah, it's a sideline warning. So the run by Chris Jansen counts, and it's a first down for Green Canyon. Players have to be behind the white on the sideline. You can't really see it half deep in this second quarter. game that was delayed by lightning before it even started. Started about 15 minutes late. Zollinger's going to keep it. They open a little bit of a hole for him, and he picks up about 4.
Zollinger on the keeper, met by number 7, Hayden Johnson of the Wolves.
I'll give him 5.
Game 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5. For the Wildcats.
Zollinger's going to keep it again, but there's not much room for him that time. In fact, back to the line of scrimmage is it, 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Wildcats looking to convert on 3rd down. Zollinger puts it on his receiver again, and it's a 1st down. It's Hall again. 10-yard pickup. Hall's got 2 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown. Ball at the 42-yard line. Snap gets loose. And Mosier's there to pounce on it. 11-yard loss. Went through Zollinger's hands, so he gets tagged for it in the stats. He's because of that and a sack that he took, he's at 6 carries for minus 13 yards. But again, he took a 12-yard sack at that one. Second and many, about 20. Zollinger's going to roll near side. Here comes some pressure. Zollinger's going down. A 7-yard loss.
Zollinger sacked at number 10, Jackson Landon.
Landon takes him down. And for Green Canyon, that's their 2nd sack.
Here's a 3rd down and 27. For the Wildcats.
They're averaging close to 3 sacks a game. And it's 3rd and 27. Still light rain falling out here, but nothing like it was early. Kind of the Green Canyon pass rush, they're not showing where they're coming from. They're just mussing around there. 3 of them coming. They flush Zollinger. He's got running room, but he needs to go a long way to get a 1st down. And he picks up 10, 11 yards. And it's still going to be 4th and long. Green Canyon defense does the job again. Skyview got a 1st down on 3rd down and then promptly went backwards. Until picking up yardage on that scramble by Zollinger. Stewart muffs it. Can't get to the sideline fast enough. He's trying to get that just right bounce to pick it up, and all the while he's heading toward the sideline. And it goes out of bounds, and Green Canyon retains possession. Could have been disaster. But you're trying to read Stewart's mind, thinking, oh, come on, bounce up here, bounce up here. All right, get out of bounds. Meanwhile, there's Bobcats bearing down on it. And nothing good happens when there's Bobcats bearing down on it. One back. Christiansen, and he takes it right up the middle. Boy, he hits that hole hard. He picks up 6. The first guy that hit him, he kind of caught him and then was carried backwards. 67 yards on 8 carries for Christiansen. They've kind of gone away from him a little bit toward the end of that first quarter. He's got their only touchdown. 5-man line for Skyview. Christiansen carries again, and he's close to the marker. He picked up 3. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Christiansen on the carry. Put down by number 53, Cordell Pond. Gaining 3 on the play. 3rd down and 1 for the Wolves.
Run it again. Christiansen, plenty of running room. My goodness. 12 yards on 3rd down. A bit of a tough middle part of their season. Kimball Jackson, he's just got speed. Had a pick 6 last week. Again, a 5-man line. Down the sideline, they go to Egan. Right over his shoulder. My goodness. 25 yards in the Skyview territory. Turn and give to Christiansen. He moves the pile for 4. Hundred-yard alert. He had 100 before halftime last year. He's got 86 on 11 carries with 3:42 left in the first half. Needs 14 yards to get to 100, and it's still the second quarter. 2nd and 4. This time they give it to Stewart, who's in the backfield. 3 yards for Stewart. 3rd and short coming up.
Number 6, Clayton Stewart on the carry. Throw down by number 1, Reed Wild, and number 71, Jackson Lehigh.
3 of 6 on 3rd downs. 3 wide to the left and 1 to the right. Green Canyon's going to throw it. Down the field they go, and it's nearly picked off. They're looking for Stewart, and he slipped coming out of his break. Only the second incompletion of the evening for Stevens. He's 7 of 9 for 53 yards. The big one, a 25-yarder a moment ago to get the ball down here where it is. At least near where it is. It's 4th and 3. They went for it on 4th and 3 and worse field position earlier. I mean, this one's at the Skyview 29. 2:51 to play in the half. Green Canyon gets the ball to start the second half. We're tied at 7. Give it to Christiansen. He stays on his feet and pushes his way down near the 25-yard line. He's got a first down. He needed 3, he got 4. And that line pushed forward 3 yards. And then he just went up in behind him and like a big rugby scrum. He's at 90 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown. He's been unstoppable the last 6 quarters at least. Approaching 2.5 to play in the half. Give it to Christiansen again. Again between the tackles. And again a positive gain of about 4.
Christiansen on the carry, brought down by number 22, Carson Duncan. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 for the Wolves.
Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Christiansen stays in the backfield. 2 wide receivers each side. Egan and Baker to this side. They look both sides. They go to Egan, this near side, and they lose a yard. They had double screens going. So it's 3rd and 7. Starting to sprinkle again out there. It quit for a moment, but not for long. Here comes some pressure. Stevens to Baker, picked off. Room down the far sideline, a flag comes in. And it's returned out to about the 38-yard line. A flag was thrown after the interception. It's back on the 32. Stevens was looking for Baker running to the pylon, and it's picked off. The flag came in during the run back. So it'll be Skyview's ball with 1:13 to play in the half. So where is it going to be at? Sideline warning on Green Canyon, and that's what the flag was. So it's going to be. Well, they're standing at the 33. They're going to put it up at the 38. I don't know if that was an assessed penalty. Usually it's a warning on the first one. And they threw the flag into the middle of the field. I guess that's where you're supposed to throw it. You usually see him kind of throw it to the sideline. So a big opportunity now for Skyview as they force the game's first turnover. Zollinger's going to keep just watching that end on that read option. He picked up 6. Now Zollinger goes to the air and he throws it out of bounds. So it's 3rd down and 4. Zollinger's 2 of 5 for 86 yards and a touchdown. That 76-yard touchdown pitch, catch, and run to Hall. Hall showed some wheels on that run. 52 seconds left in the half. Tied up at 7. 3rd and 4 for Skyview after the turnover. Here comes the pressure. Zollinger steps out, gets rid of it, and throws it behind Watterson. And he's hit as he throws, and they help him up. And it's 4th down. Green Canyon defensively doing the job tonight. They have slipped up once. And I don't know if that was a defensive slip up so much as it was a perfect pass by Zollinger and a great run by Hall for the Skyview score. Other than that, there's been nothing for Skyview offensively. They're going to run a fake, and they're going to have the first down and more. There may have been nothing offensively, but special teams-wise, there was plenty. 24 yards and a first down. And the clock runs. 39 seconds left, and Skyview takes a timeout. They've got timeouts, so they're using some. They want to get this right, try to get a score, and there's somebody down over on the far sideline. Looks like one of the Green Canyon players.
High School would like to thank all of you for the orthopedics and sports medicine
Well, can't see who it is. I mean, he's down flat on his back right in front of the bench. In that run, it was Spackman. Casey Spackman, it looked like, on that run on 4th down on the fake. It was funny because he broke through the line, and he's running kind of in the clear, and he kind of looks around him, and then he's walloped because he wasn't looking ahead. Oh, it's Stewart that was laying on his back over there. And he's got to stay off for a play. He won't be playing anything defensively. He usually plays a defensive back. Underneath, it's picked off. They were throwing the little screen underneath. And it's batted away and picked off. My goodness. He had it all set up. And this Green Canyon defensive line has done the job tonight. Ineligible man downfield on Skyview, so it wasn't going to count anyway. With 30 seconds left in the half, the teams trade turnovers. Quarterbacks trading interceptions. See what Green Canyon does. The rain's coming down harder again. Give it to Christiansen. He's got a hole off their right side, and he picks up 7. And with that run, he's over 100 yards. 14 carries, 101 yards for Christiansen in the first half. And a timeout with under 30 seconds to play by Green Canyon. This is a bonus for Green Canyon. They kept Skyview out of the end zone. Skyview's got a good kicker in Erickson. So they were getting toward, even in bad weather, they were getting into field goal range. And Green Canyon gets the ball back to start the second half. So, I mean, any points here would be gravy, but 55 yards away, and there's 17 seconds left in the half. We're just going to hand it to Christiansen again. He's going to pick up the first down, and that will stop the clock. 15 carries, 105 yards rushing for Christiansen. And Green Canyon takes the timeout again. That's their second. Ball at the 48, their own 48. And a first down. The clock stopped for the first down, and it stays stopped until they move the yard markers. And while they were moving the yard markers, Coach Ander decided to take the timeout. You know, you look at that and you talk about, is this a rivalry? Well, yeah. Green Canyon's head coach coached here at Skyview for years. I mean, they started their rise. They've been good in the past, right? They've been in state championship games. They've got a long and proud tradition. But this latest rise in the last few years of them being a contender started with him and carried on by Danilo Robinson and now Chris Howell. And now he's over on the other sideline. Stevens is going to throw. Running out of time. He has to tuck it. Down he goes. And with 4 seconds left, Green Canyon's just going to let the half run out. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's the end of the first half. An entertaining, wet ball game here in Smithfield. 7-7 as we go to the half on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
gym, and I was a much stronger player. I was no longer the guy getting pushed off the ball. I was the guy bodying people.
For technical ability, he's off the charts. He's an absolute winner, always gets the job done.
When you're fighting, you're struggling, you're working hard with your team, you're putting forth everything that you have, and then when you finally put the ball in the back of the net, it's the most beautiful feeling in the world. If you work hard at something, you can be successful. You can beat the odds. You just can't give up. My left eye gave up on me, but I didn't want to give up on my eye.
Big new promotion here, a trade-in deal. I haven't heard that before. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's a cool new promotion that we've got going where you can take your existing furniture and get some value for it, and we will take it, and we're going to end up donating them to a charity when this is all said and done, and give them some more life.
Okay, so we're talking about sometimes people just get sick and tired of the piece that they've had for a year, so it doesn't necessarily have to be old. It can be new or ish.
Yep, either or, and sometimes people just want to change.
Yeah.
You've had the same set for a year or two, and you want to change, and it's still a great set, and you don't want to just get rid of it, so you might as well get something out of it.
To donate it to charity.
For sure.
Have you decided yet which charity is going to benefit?
No, we haven't worked out the particulars of it yet, but we will keep you informed and keep the people who are going to receive the furniture will come in here and talk to us and let us know what their plans are for it. So it will go to good use for sure.
Usually when you're done with your furniture, and somehow you have to persuade family members to come and haul it out of your house, and it's a real pain getting rid of it. For you guys, you're going to collect the old stuff too, or the semi-old stuff?
Yeah, we'll take anything that you want out of your house, and the good stuff we will give you some money for it to put towards a new set, and donate it off later. And some things, if you just want them taken away and gone, we'll take them away.
So how are you going to deter? And first of all, how do people get these pictures to you?
Yeah, so whatever works for you. We just have to be able to see it and be able to base value off of it. So if you need to print out some pictures and bring them in, great. Or if you want to use your phone or an iPad, whatever, just bring in something.
Or I guess if you've got like a little table, you can pick it up and physically bring it in or something.
Yeah, doesn't matter at all. You can bring them straight to us, whatever works. And then, we'll base the value off.
Tied at 7. Here comes some late pressure. Stevens in big trouble. Gets out of it for a moment. Oh my goodness. He looked like he was going to make chicken salad out of chicken stuff. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage before Skyview finally brings him down. 5 of 12 on third downs for Green Canyon. 4th and 14, and they're going to kick it away in a tie ball game. Skyview wins, either the team that wins this game, and Skyview's got to take a timeout. They were short a player. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yep, they were short a player. The team that wins this ball game ends up second in the region. I asked Coach Howell about that. I says, that's still a big deal with RPI and everything, determining playoff seeding. It's where you finish in region, does it matter? And he said, yes. He said, it's a close-knit community here, Cache Valley. There's 5 high schools, so it gives you some bragging rights, especially among the peers for the kids. He's talking about the kids. And he says, you want to win because it helps your RPI and it gives the kids confidence. So yeah, it's still a big deal. And the winner of this one ends up with a number 2 spot in Region 11. Speaking of RPI, we'll talk about that a little bit more as this game goes on. We'll get a minute. Oh, wow, this one kicks at about the 15 and rolls down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Nice kick by Fife. Skyview will start 96 yards away from Pater. Hey, the Valley Channel schedule, we're here at Skyview tonight. Wednesday, we're scheduled to be at Ridgeline for the final regular season game, and After those are all in the books, we should know by that weekend what the playoff matchups are because of the RPI. The final RPI will come out. We'll have a first round game for you here, and we'll see where we go from there. Zollinger takes the snap, keeps it, nothing.
Zollinger on the keeper.
Not much there in the running game. 10 carries, -2 yards for Zollinger. Now he's been sacked a couple of times. And he had that snap that got away from him that got tagged on him. So on the unofficial stats, that's where he's at. 10 carries, -2 yards. Zollinger's going to roll to his right, unload, has a man underneath. Looks like it's good enough for first down yardage, and it is. Hall picks up 12. Hall 3 catches, 98 yards and a touchdown. Not a lot of explosive plays in this ball game for Skyview. Explosives are plays over 20 yards. They have exactly one, a Hall touchdown for 76 yards. They're looking for an explosive here. Over the middle, Hall's got it. Oh, he drops it. Right at midfield. Zollinger put it right on him, and he had a step. And both defensive backs look at each other and go, oh boy, phew. Oh, it was a good throw, and Hall just couldn't haul it in. 2nd and 10. Three wide to the near side. Zollinger looks across the middle. Stewart had fallen down, and the receiver couldn't come up with it. 3rd and 10. Foster was the intended receiver. That's 3rd and 10. Skyview 2 of 5 on 3rd downs. 3-man rush. Zollinger unloads, too tall for everybody. They had bracket coverage on Hall. Stewart was one of them. He tried to split through both defensive backs to go get that one, and they just closed the door on him and wouldn't let him through. Kicks away, Stewart's going to let it bounce. With 3 Bobcats bearing down on it, discretion is the better part of valor. And it's a good punt. 54 yards on the kick. Effectively flipping the field position. That was a timely boomer for Skyview. Green Canyon takes over. In that second quarter, I went back and looked at halftime. I forgot to mention, Skyview only ran 10 plays the whole second quarter. Here's the give to Chris Jansen. He's carrying players for 11 yards. My goodness. 20 carries, 124 yards rushing for Chris Jansen. 41-yard touchdown, the big one. But he's run for another 84 on his other 19 carries. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Stevens is going to keep. Christiansen blocking out in front. 6 yards for Stevens. He didn't like that he got somebody landed right on his face after he was on the ground, and he's telling the white hat about it. He kind of took exception to that. This game got started 15 minutes late because of lightning before the game. 2nd and 4, excuse me. Stevens loses it, picks it up, and is taken down for a 6-yard loss. Didn't see what happened there. I don't know if he had trouble with the snap. It looked like he turned and was either going to give or fake the give, and I don't know if he clipped the back on his hip and it knocked the ball free or what. But it's 3rd and 10. 5 of 12 on 3rd down for Green Canyon. Clock running with 2:40 to play in the third. 7-7 our score. 3rd and 10. Lots of time for Stevens. Now he's going to take off. Cuts back inside, and that probably got him the first down. He's right at the marker. And they're moving the chains. 10 yards for Stevens on 3rd and 10. He's got 60 yards on 12 carries. 190 yards rushing for Green Canyon after they rushed for 300 last week. Christiansen, I mean, he's 3 yards downfield before. They're getting such a good push up front. He's 3 yards downfield before he even encounters anybody. And he gained 3 on that one. He hit a wall 3 yards downfield. They're going to give it to him again. Same run, other side. This time he picks up 4. It's 3rd and 2. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. The third quarter, the first 4 minutes of it blew by. Green Canyon was just kind of grinding it. Then team started throwing it. Both teams started throwing it a little and not completing it. 3rd and 3. Stevens has to step inside. Somebody coming off the edge for Skyview made that play. It's a 1-yard loss. And I would expect Green Canyon to go for it. Jackson made the tackle. But it looked like it was Dunkley that came off the edge and blew up the play. Double deuce, 22, and he's kind of rotating his shoulder out there like it's hurting him. 4th and 4. Are they going to kick it or are they going to fake it? They're going to kick it. Green Canyon playing it safe. Oh, they kick it away from where the coverage men were, and if they'd been over on that side, that would have been another punt that pinned Skyview back deep. But they were not. And Skyview will start at the 20. One play is really what Green Canyon's defense has given up tonight. One play is what Skyview's defense has given up tonight. Big plays, I mean. Everything else is both teams have kept in front of them. Mosier on the give. Picks up 8.
Number 14, Mosier on the carry. Brought down by number 7, Peyton Johnson.
His first carry since the first quarter. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to head to the fourth quarter of play. We're tied up at 7. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. You know, it's weird to think about gardening right now, the weather the way it is out there, but if you're wondering about what you should be doing at this time of year, you know, the freeze is coming, the snow's coming in. If you're maybe a new gardener, or maybe you put in something new that you're not quite sure how that's going to react to this change in the seasons, go down to Anderson Seed and Garden. Mark knows the perfect time for everything. You can visit their website, andersonseedandgarden.com. That's one word, andersonseedandgarden.com. Tons of videos and pictures, lots of helpful tips. You can order all your gardening supplies to get yourself ready for next year. That's Anderson Seed and Garden, one of our Game of the Week sponsors. We head to the fourth quarter in a 7-7 ball game here in Smithfield. It's rained most of the night. Right now, it's not. Bear River Mountain Crest was postponed until tomorrow. The weather was so bad over in Garland. Logan and Ridgeline, it was 28-0 at half. Ridgeline in that one. 2nd and 1. Zollinger's got the first down and more. Steps out of a couple of tackles, works his way up to the 49-yard line. A 20-yard run on 2nd and 1. And he's finally in positive yardage territory. 11 carries, 18 yards. They've kept Zollinger on the move, and that's kept him upright here in this second half. Gains a yard this time. He's really been their running game. Has Zollinger on those runs. Mosier's carried 3 times. Backman once on that fake punt. All the rest have been Zollinger. 12 carries. Green Canyon offsides. No, they get back. They don't throw the flag. And Zollinger looks back to the sideline. Zollinger's going to keep it. Zollinger picks up another yard. That's going to be 3rd and long. 2 of 6 on the night for Skyview on 3rd down. As we're a minute and a half into this fourth quarter in a tie ball game in Smithfield. Eric Olson along with you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. On this Where in the Heck Has the Season Gone? 9th game of the football season. Third and 8. Over the middle. Zollinger's got it now. And they've got a first down. "12 yards to Hall." Hall 110 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown. He's been their big weapon tonight. Give up the middle, popping it outside. Look out. Best run of the night for Skyview as they give it to Wild. He takes it from the 36 down to the 16, another 20-yard run. They try to catch Green Canyon unprepared, and all they do is lose a couple yards. This time Wild. The crowd hadn't even gotten done cheering for the last play. They try to catch Green Canyon sleeping, and they did not. Approaching 9 minutes to play. Skyview in scoring position at the 19. Zollinger's got a man in the flat. Makes the catch. Picks up yardage down to about the 10. It's Hall again. 129 yards passing for Zollinger. He's thrown it to Hall and Jackson. Jackson has one catch for 10 yards. Hall has all the rest. Yes, we do. We got straight. How about you? 3rd and 5. Zollinger, quick over the middle. Jackson, touchdown. Yards. Now the all-important PAT to make it a 7-point ball game. As Erickson finally gets to play for the first time since the first quarter. Kicks up and good, and it's a 14-7 ball game. Skyview breaks through with 8:54 to play in the ball game. Skyview 14, Green Canyon 7. Okay, Wendy's. We got to talk about Wendy's. You know, I love the breakfast sandwiches at the fast food places, right? I don't know why, probably because they're so bad for me, but I love them. I've just discovered in the last few weeks, this year, maybe this summer, the breakfast sandwiches over at Wendy's, they're great. The buns, they've got the different types of buns and breads and biscuits, but their traditional one, oh my gosh, they're great. And don't forget about their big bacon cheddar cheeseburger and their big bacon cheddar chicken. That's Wendy's, one of our Game of the Week sponsors. All right, Green Canyon finds themselves in the trailing position for the first time tonight. They led early. Skyview tied it up. And then there's been no scoring since the first quarter until just a moment ago when Kimball Jackson hauled in the quick pop pass over the middle from Zollinger for the go-ahead score, 14-7. Green Canyon's been in games like this all year long. We'll toss to Stewart, another flag coming in. This one looks like it's going to be another hold. Boy, Green Canyon has really racked up the penalties here in this second half. This will be their 4th penalty of the second half. And we're only not even 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. There was hardly a flag in that first half, and they've pulled them out of their pockets here in the second. Nope, they pick it up, and they say, no, never mind. So they need to move the sticks. That ended up being a 5-yard play. That's the second time they picked up a flag too. Quick give and a pickup of about 4. It's going to be 3rd and short. I think that was Oates. It was.
Number 28, Eric Oates on carry. Brought down number 22, Carson.
His 3rd carry of the night. If you're just joining us, the big story for Green Canyon has been their running game again. They're over 200 yards rushing. Christiansen has 131 of them and a touchdown, but they trailed 14-7. Here's Christiansen looking for a first down. Late flag comes in. After Christiansen had turned the corner, he picked up 6 yards. And if they're going to call a backside holding call, oh, those are the things that drive coaches insane. I mean, they drive me insane as an observer. He runs to the left, and they throw a hold on the, and I don't know if that's what the call is here. They throw a hold on the backside to play. They have nothing to do with it. Ugh. But, you know, penalty's a penalty. And let's see if that's the call. Yeah, holding on Green Canyon. On 3rd and 1, so now it's 3rd and 11. 4th penalty of the night on Green Canyon. Couldn't have come at a worse time. 3rd and 11. I think Green Canyon wants a timeout. Let's see. No, the official on the Green Canyon sideline blew it dead and came running over to talk to the white hat. Now they're going to huddle up and talk. Talking about those cheddar bacon cheddar sandwiches at Wendy's is what they're doing. They say, you know, we get